What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the town of Clemmons, North Carolina, a very popular suburb of the Winston Salem area. Let's get into the video. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, as well as all the surrounding areas. And the reason that I wanted to make this video for you guys today is because over the years, helping people move from out of state, from other states to the Winston-Salem area, I've noticed it's kind of a trend, and a lot of people do end up in Winston-Salem and loving it, but a lot of people like to explore the town surrounding Winston-Salem, which I think is smart and it's a good idea. And there's a few of those specific areas. Last week we did a video about Kernersville and why it's popular. Today we're going to be focusing on Clemmons, North Carolina, and why I think that people that move to the Winston-Salem area sometimes end up in Clemmons, just south of Winston-Salem. And make sure you're subscribed, because I'm also going to be going over some of the other very popular areas where people tend to gravitate towards when they don't like, or where they feel that they might fit better than Winston-Salem. So in today's video, we're going to try to decipher why a huge chunk of the people that are moving to the Winston-Salem area are ending up in Clemmons, North Carolina. But before we really jump into the video, I just want to take a second to remind you guys that if you have any questions, as per usual, comments, concerns, you'd like a free phone consultation, anything at all, a Zoom consultation, whatever you need, feel free to reach out, call, text, email me. My phone number should be on the screen now, and my full contact info is going to be in the about section of this video, as long as my social media handles, in case you want to be my friend on, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I'm on all the big platforms, so feel free to reach out on there. I'm also going to leave you some really helpful links in the about section or the description of this video, so you can see homes that are currently active in Clemmons and Winston-Salem as you watch this video. And lastly, and probably most importantly, do me a favor and leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. Those kinds of things really help keep me motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you. So when we talk about the village of Clemmons, you got to realize that we're not talking about a very big area or a very big, populated area. We're talking about a 12 square mile area with a population of about just over 21,000 people. Now, you are really conveniently located, just an exit away from Winston-Salem, really. Clemmons, especially as of lately, is one of the fastest growing areas in Forsyth County, and technically it's referred to as the village of Clemmons, North Carolina, because of its small size and its unique government structure. One of the really appealing things about Clemmons, at least for me when we used to live there, one of the reasons we loved it, is that Highway 421 and Interstate 40 are right there, both in Clemmons. So within minutes, I could literally be on a highway or on the interstate. Clemmons has experienced a tremendous amount of growth in the last decade, that it is now considered a self-sufficient community, meaning that you don't have to go to Winston-Salem for the grocery store, go to another area for the entertainment or for the dining. Everything is going to be there in Clemmons that you need. Another thing that I enjoy about Clemmons, and I know that others moving to the area enjoy as well, is the convenience, proximity, and options to just about anything in Clemmons, North Carolina. Whether we're talking about grocery stores, parks, restaurants, or even medical facilities, Clemmons has options for all those things. Another major attractor to Clemmons is the schools. They have really highly rated schools of all levels. Clemmons Elementary is going to be the 6th best school in the school district, and West Forsyth High School is actually number 4 as well in the district. Now, this is according to usnews.com, and you can look it up yourself, and in fact, I encourage you to. There are plenty of other websites, but in most websites, you'll find that most of the schools in Clemmons are really highly rated. West Forsyth High School, another reason why it's popular is that it's very well known to have an amazing, very well structured football program. In fact, they've actually can brag that they've sent 3 football players to the NFL. Not only the NFL, they actually sent Chris Paul to the NBA as well. If I had to pick one attraction in Clemmons to tell you guys about, it would definitely be Tanglewood Park. And if you're a fan of the channel, it's one of the best things like in the whole Winston-Salem Triad area, Tanglewood Park. You just got to come here and check it out, but let me tell you a little bit about it. It's an impressive park on over 1,100 acres that has so many amenities. Golf, soft golf, swimming, pools, dog park, RV camping grounds, trails, BMX racing, horseback riding, botanical gardens or the gardens there, tennis, a ton of other things, but probably the most impressive or the most well-known thing that happens at Tanglewood Park is the Festival of Lights. The Festival of Lights is one of those things that's really hard to describe through video. You really got to be there. It's the feeling, it's the music, it's the cold, crisp kind of winter air, it's the light, it's the season, but it is really hard to describe until you come and you see it in person. But a ton of people travel from surrounding states to this area just to drive through through our own Tanglewood Park. This year will actually be the 32nd annual Festival of Lights at Tanglewood Park, and essentially they have like over 1 million lights in the show, and you drive through. You can either drive your car. It's not very expensive. We do it usually in our car every year. They also have like a horse-drawn carriage. I think they do like a tractor hayride thing that you could go through it if it's not too cold. They have several spots throughout the drive there where you can pull over, have some hot chocolate, have some coffee. Santa's usually there. They've got reindeer. But you're driving through all these different Christmas-themed sections, and each one has a different kind of music playing, and as the music's playing, the lights are kind of synchronized with it. It's really beautiful and magical. The kids love it every year. So hopefully I did a decent job at painting a picture of what Clemmons looks like for you guys. Now let's talk about the real estate side, because a lot of times people end up living here, so let's talk about that. So far this year in Clemmons, we've sold over 300 homes, and to be honest with you guys, the price range is going to be significantly higher than the average price in Winston-Salem as a whole, but I think you'll see why. The average price of homes in Clemmons so far this year is just over $400,000, $402,000. And let me show you what kind of homes we're talking about here. We're going to go over 3, I would say, notable neighborhoods in different price ranges, starting from like a little bit of a higher end price range, so you can see what Clemmons has to offer. First, we're going to talk about Waterford, which is a very, very well-known neighborhood inside of Clemmons, North Carolina. Now, one of the cool things about Waterford is that you're really close to everything going on inside of Clemmons. They have gorgeous brick, traditional 2-story homes. Homes were built in there and usually around the middle 1980s to the early 2000s, maybe 2005. Now, these are going to be larger homes, typically on larger lots. Anywhere from 0.2 to almost 2 acres is what we typically see inside of this neighborhood. One thing that I do love about it is that you drive in there, you can feel, it just feels luxurious in there. Everyone has their landscaping meticulously taken care of. I love that about this neighborhood. And also the mature trees. One of the things that people hate about those new construction homes is that there's no mature landscaping and no mature trees, which really, you know, makes the neighborhood kind of stand out when it has some beautiful, well taken care of mature landscaping and trees. Now, keep in mind that Waterford is by no means the most expensive neighborhood in Clemmons, not by a long shot, but I wanted to give you a taste in the 500s, 400s, and maybe even a little bit cheaper, so you can see what the lower end gets you, and then, you know, if you want to talk about what the higher end gets you, then give me a call. But so far this year, the average price for a home sold inside of Waterford is going to be $558,000. Now we're going to talk about Clemmons West, another super popular, super well-known neighborhood inside of Clemmons. Clemmons West, I would argue that is even better located inside of Clemmons because you're just outside and you're actually on the main Louisville-Clemmons road there. So you can get to everything that Clemmons has to offer in a matter of minutes. Clemmons West is an established neighborhood of homes built in the 70s and 80s, although I believe I've seen some new construction going up there recently. So you've got mature landscaping, you've got beautiful tree-lined streets, you've got many, many homes that have pond views because there's several ponds inside of that neighborhood. There's an optional neighborhood pool, there's picnic areas, playground. There's a lot of brick homes in there, 70s and 80s were typically wood. You also see a lot of wood-style homes, 1 and 2-story. Once again, the older homes usually were built with a little bit more land, a little bit more room to spread out, and it's also typical to find that inside of Clemmons West. On average, you're looking anywhere from 0.2 to just over an acre of land inside of this neighborhood. Homes in Clemmons West, as homes in Clemmons as a whole, really, if they're, you know, if they look decent and they're priced right, they're gonna fly off the market. But the average price that homes inside of Clemmons West sold so far this year is just over $420,000. So let me know what you think about that. And now we're gonna talk about one of the most affordable neighborhoods in all of Clemmons. Before we do though, I just wanna remind you that, you know, if you have any questions, just call me, shoot me a text. I'm not hard to get a hold of. Click on the links in the about section so you can see homes that are for sale in the Clemmons area and Winston-Salem. As you know, homes that are actually currently available while you watch this video, they automatically update. As well as feel free to be my friend or reach out to me, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform you're on. Feel free to shoot me a friend request or follow or however that works. And one last thing about Clemmons that I kind of touched on earlier is that homes in Clemmons do not last long on the market. It's such a popular area that, you know, you're typically looking at, I didn't look it up, but I'm gonna guess, my gut's telling me on average maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days. A home hits the market in Clemmons. It's gonna have showings, it's gonna have appointments. There's gonna be a lot of people that are interested in it. It is competitive, so keep that in mind. Now let's talk about Springfield Farms. And once again, another reason why it's on this list is because it's got a fantastic location inside of Clemmons. There's a park located in the center of this neighborhood, and one of the cool things is every time I'm showing homes through there, or I'm driving through there for whatever reason, there's usually people out there jogging, walking their dog, you know, being friendly neighbors, saying hello to everyone. So it's kind of one of those neighborhoods that you can picture where everyone kind of knows each other and everyone's waving hello. Most of the homes in Springfield Farms were built between 1994 and the early to mid 2000s. Most of the homes inside of this neighborhood are either going to be vinyl or brick siding. A big plus for most people is that there is no HOA inside of Springfield Farms. And so far for 2023, the average price of homes inside of Springfield Farms was just over $275,000. Hard to believe. And like we were talking about earlier about Clemmons, if you want something a little bit more luxurious, let me know. There's plenty of neighborhoods that fit that bill. And there's even some homes in the more rural sides of Clemmons. There's like a Davidson County. Most of Clemmons is in Forsyth County, but there's a Davidson County side of Clemmons too. You find a lot of really good affordable homes out there. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email if there's anything at all I can do for you. Don't forget about the about section of this video. We got the free relocation guide. We got currently active homes in Clemmons and Winston-Salem. We've got all my contact info in case you want to get a hold of me. Thank you for spending this time with me. And before you go click on one of my competitors' videos, make sure you click on the channel and check out some more information about the Winston-Salem area. And I'll see you in the next video.